All right, we are on. Today is January 7, 2023, Eastern Standard Time of 3:33 p.m. This is for market guidance. Sa mga hindi nakakilala sa inyo, first, Happy New Year. My name is Brian. I'm a coach and mentor sa Hunters Group. If anyone wants to avail for our mentoring program, please check out the link below or check out the links below para sa mga contacts, para sa mga admins, and then just get in touch with them. So let's do a recap first kung ano nangyari last week. I get it. I didn't do any videos last week. So it's just the first week of the year, and really wala ako masyado ina-expect na movement for crypto. I expected movement for stock and forex, and those actually happened. So very nice. Last week, Thursday and Friday were the heaviest pagdating sa mga news. Actually, Wednesday nagkaroon din ng news for ISM PMI and FOMC. Nung Wednesday, Thursday, January 5, USD non-farm employment, and then Friday was heavy pagdating sa news. Merong 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's 9:30 p.m. Philippine time, and then 10 a.m. Again for the PMI ISM services. Created a lot of movements. So let's look at what we have for next week. Next week, just keep in mind, crypto might be affected on this. Magkakaroon na tayo ng earnings week na naman, earnings season for the companies na nagte-trade ng open market stock. So they're publicly available to be purchased. How is that connected sa crypto? Kasi may mga companies na merong staking sa stocks, sa crypto. So anything involved with a crypto like Bitcoin, sabihin na natin ganito, Tesla has Bitcoin. Kapag bumagsak ang Tesla, what's gonna happen to Bitcoin? So let's see. Monday, there's nothing red sa folders na to. Forex Factory, anything red sa calendars nila, that's gonna be high volatility expectations. Tuesday, there's Canadian dollar at 5:10 a.m. That's 6:10 p.m. sa Philippines. And then, Chairman Fed Powell speaks on Tuesday, January 10, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Philippine time. Be aware na sobrang tindi ng kapit ng mga tao sa mga sinasabi ni Powell because he's the chairman of the Fed. Yan yung mga nagbibigay ng decision about the rates and all that. So they're heavy influencers ng markets movement, and it doesn't just stay in the stock market. Everything is covered because they're also fixing regulations for crypto. Thursday, January 12, CPI, 8:30 a.m. That's 9:30 p.m. Philippine time. And then Friday, consumer sentiment. So we'll be on the lookout. Every day I update the groups and sinesend ko doon sa chat. If you're not in the chat yet, I'll post the chat dun sa free group natin para makasali kayo. Now, let's get into what the markets have for us. Okay? So, market-wise, anong ginagawa ng crypto? Sideways. Okay? Sideways, wala masyado. And I'll show you what's happening. Bitcoin, really, I'm not expecting anything right now for Bitcoin. I'm not in the lookout for Bitcoin for any trade. The reason behind that is the daily time frame. It's on consolidation. I need a breakout, either upwards or downwards. Although sa breakout niya upwards, there's probably gonna be some selling pressure here. The reason behind that is this big move ng red candle na to nung Friday, December 16. And if we look at the lower time frame, I'll just go on an hour time frame kasi medyo malaki yung area na yun. I would say this is a good spot for a drop. So if it goes up higher, I'm okay selling Bitcoin at 17,415.0, and then stop loss around 17,575.4. 2-to-1 target, yes, this actually could go in a 2-to-1 target. I'm expecting, what the idea here is, when it goes up here, it's gonna drop inside back this range and then probably pop again. So Yun yung isa. The second one is it drops further. If it drops further, I'm not interested in buying Bitcoin. Okay? That's what it is. Kasi it already dropped below the June lows. Okay? Number one. Number two, if it drops further, it just solidifies the idea ng selling pressure. Until it starts breaking resistances, that's the only time that I'm going to be more positive into buying Bitcoin. Right now, consolidation, nothing. Just this shorting idea, and that's it. Next is Ethereum. Ethereum is pretty interesting. So, kapag tinignan natin, I've been mentioning this segment. This is the test segment for an uptrend. It's staying there. It's not breaking that segment yet, that 1005.00. So it hasn't tested it 100%. It hasn't closed below that. And what it's doing is it dropped on November. Okay, November drop, and I'm gonna discuss this in comparison to BNB. Anong difference nila? Kasi in November, it dropped massively. Okay, now what it's trying to do is break out. This is the consolidation area, similar to Bitcoin. Pero look at the difference. So consolidation area broke out and it closed above this area, which is a good sign. Shorting is happening right here, and that's fine. Ang sa akin is I need a pullback. I need for it to go drop down again, and then that's the time for a good buy. Okay, buying segments. Let's see, 1252 areas, a 1 hour time frame. If we go and actually dig into this in a lower time frame, 15-minute, I like my areas lower. So maliit yung size, it's the target, the profit potential is a lot bigger. The risk is it stays the same. Okay, it stays the same. Like if I'm trading crypto, I would risk $30 to $50 at a time at every trade. That's from entry to stop. Kapag mali ako dun, I'm gonna lose that amount of money. And ang target ko is to make $50, $100, $200, and maybe more. That's the idea of trading. You for me, of course, that's intraday trading. Hindi yung scalping. I do scalping, pero it's more of just a lower time frame, like a 1 minute time frame. I do scalping like that, 3 minute time frame. Not really favorable for me because it builds up more trades for me. I just don't like it. Pero that's the first buy idea. The second buying idea is this. This turns into a trap idea at this point in time. I'm not considering the higher levels. The reason behind that is because Ethereum loves to wick. And when I say it loves to wick because it loves trapping people. Yes, parang kino-consider ko na siya parang it's a living being. It's kind of may mga behaviors ang market sa makikita niyo, mapapansin niyo. Like yung sibuyas na sobrang mahal yan sa Pilipinas. So who's gonna buy that? All right? So it's the same with crypto. It's the same with any market. If you're a buyer, look for it when it's low. Don't buy it high. You'll buy it when it's low. And then you figure out kung kailan kayo hihintong bumili, when it's high again. And that's when you sell. Basics ng market, that's supply and demand. So this is my second area buying. And my third area buying is somewhere here. I just need to see kung anong gagawin niyo dito sa dalawang area na to. Will it honor this area and prove me right? Okay? First targets would be, as I mentioned, 1-to-1. The first area buy, ang target ko is 1250, 750. Second area would be somewhere around here, 1270. Sa second area ko, my first target would be this area right here, 38.06. And then second target is this, third target is that. 1250, 750, and then 1270. Oh, BTC targets. As I mentioned, our time frame. I wanted to go back inside here. Pero I have to be tactical with what I'm doing kasi hindi naman pwede na I'm setting entries and then all of a sudden ang iniisip ko is Bitcoin will drop from 16,000 to 0. No, that's not realistic. Realistically speaking, if it goes in there, ang first target ko would be above this 12.7, sorry, 17,225.2. That's the first target. There's a reason behind that, and it's all about the structures of the market. Kung paano sila mag-a-arrive sa area na yan and what they have to do to actually get there. The second target is above here. So medyo tight to. This is a really tight trade for Bitcoin. So I'm gonna do this in confirmation. The profit potential is not the same as I would like it to be. Second target is just a 2-to-1, so 1-to-1 and 2-to-1. Then the third target would be here, 16712.4. Okay, BNB. And of course, yung mga stop losses ko and targets are all suggestive. They're not 100% yun yung kailangan yung gawin. For me, there's a strategy to all this. There's a story to all of this. So BNB is under consolidation and a breakout up above. Let's look at what the difference is. BNB has selling pressure right now. Kahit na paano kung makita umakyat to, it has selling pressure until it breaks above and deletes this 318.00. Previously, last year, I was talking about this area na kapag inabot niya tong area na to, it's gonna fall from this area and retest the uptrend. Unfortunately, it retested the uptrend and it broke the uptrend completely. Just keep this in mind. Right now, it has selling pressure. The reason behind that is simple. If you look at this November drop, okay, November drop, what's the difference between this and Ethereum? November drop. You see how the range is? Sa Ethereum, hindi niya na-break. Ibig sabihin, buyer stepped in to stop it from falling further. BNB, November drop. It dropped further. Ibig sabihin, there's not enough buying happening for BNB. So what am I interested in? I'm interested in shorting BNB. Yeah, that's a given. Pero right now, for an intraday trade, we can look at this as a reversal. Okay? I'm interested in shorting BNB. I'm really liking this area right here, so 1 hour time frame. When I look at this real quick, that's where my eye is carrying me sa area na yan. And I'm like, there's already proven selling dito sa area na to, so why not? I'm not after a big move, although some of my trades happen to do that. But I am looking for an income potential for myself. First area buying, no, I'm not gonna do that there. This is gonna be a bit sketchy para sa buying section nito. 251.85 and then stop loss at 249.34. First target would be around this area, so 259.50, and then the second target would be around this area at 263.07. That's a pretty nice profit potential from this area. So that's 1, 2, and at least 2 to 1, and could turn into a higher trade. The reason I'm saying that is because nandito pa sa taas yung selling area ko, and those are the two targets already. So two targets. This could turn into a big trade where potentially it has a move of over 2,800 ticks. So pretty nice for BNB. We'll see. Now, the second portion of this is ForEx. So sa mga interested sa ForEx, EURUSD, I'm not interested in buying right now, pero it has a mini uptrend that it's trying to honor. There's a second uptrend. I'm not gonna show this and I'm not gonna have to show this second uptrend, or we can call it the first uptrend sa video na to, pero this is the uptrend that it's trying to honor. It hit the resistance for the sellers and it's dropping from that point. What it's trying to do is honor this uptrend. If it does that, then I'm gonna wait for a pullback and then buy again. Forex is a very long trending market. When it starts to trend, mahirap ma-break ang sa Forex. Like for example, EURUSD has dropped from May 2021 until September 2022. It kept its downtrend until September 2022. That's over a year of a downtrend. Now it broke its downtrend and it started an uptrend immediately. So imagine that. Now, if we can catch the bottom of this uptrend, masaya yun. Every day, you're going to wake up with a smile. Pero right now, intraday trade, I'm interested in shorting this. 1.06688. This is going to be a confirmation trade kasi nag-close yung market Friday and it's just below that area. I don't like that part. Kasi what I would love for it to have done is either stay away from that area and then Monday or Sunday or Tuesday, the market opens and then goes to that area and then boom, it's gonna go down. Pero right now, confirmation trade, when it goes up here, that's the only time that I'm gonna set up my trade for a drop. And the first target would be somewhere here. This is gonna be a 2 to 1. Above 1.06316. I'll clean this up a bit. And then second target would be above, above this price, 1.05672. So let's say 1.05675, 678. So somewhere around that would be my second target. That's a really nice potential. Now second pair is USDJPY. So USDJPY is playing in a range. What I would like for it to do is actually drop more, and then we can start looking for a buy. The buying area that I'm looking at here is 127.584. Stop loss at 125.908. Shorting area is 135.754. And may nasabi yung 754 kanina. That's fine. Nakikita nyo man sa screen yung mga prices. Pero at the end of the day, what I'm looking at is the first shorting area at 135.754. Stop loss somewhere above 138.176. Potentially, that's a day time frame. So matagal yan. If we're looking at intraday trades in a 15-minute time frame, we can actually minimize this and pinpoint kung nasaan yung gusto kong trade. This is a very, very strong shorting area. Malayo pa naman siya, so I'm not worried about it. For now, this is the analysis that I'm looking at. I'm not looking to short anywhere else other than this area, 137.157, 137.5854 for a stop loss. And first target would be somewhere above this. Above. Okay, 135.048, somewhere around that, and that's a nice 5 to 1 trade. So that's the first target. Second target would be here, third target here, maybe fourth target here. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen next week. I don't dictate what the market does. The market shows me something, and I formulate something based off the data that it shows me. Now, GBPUSD, sa mga nakakaalala, last year I mentioned this as a drop point. What is this? 1.24468. See how it kissed and then it dropped from there. That's because there's some selling pressure sa area na yun. The next selling pressure is 1.29807. There was a mini uptrend na ginagawa ng GBPUSD. Now, it's questionable if it broke it or if it's gonna keep it. Kasi it broke it by wicks. Completely broken would be if it closed below that. Pero right now, I'm just gonna watch this. For a buying opportunity, I'm interested below 1.16457. Yan yung area kung saan itatest niya yung uptrend niya talaga na finorm to delete the downtrend. In an hour time frame, there's shorting area 1.218.086. This is gonna be confirmation. The same problem with EURUSD. It closed and stopped movement just below that area. So for all we know, kapag nag-open tong market na to, it's gonna gap up and destroy this area. So just be aware sa mga intraday traders. That's the thing to remember. Closest buying, if you're interested, is 1.19293. Okay, this big area wick right here, this big area of a trade right here. 15-minute. Can we refine this? We can, pero we might miss out on this if we keep on refining. And it's happened to me over and over again. Like, ano ba, EURUSD ba yun? EURJPY. Not EURJPY. Yeah, it's EURUSD. So EURUSD, I was refining my area over and over again. So 1 hour time frame, I mentioned at some point that 1.04842 is the earliest entry that you can take sa EURUSD. And dahil nire-refine ko ng nire-refine yung area ko, I set up my entry at 1.04825. I love quarter increments and I love whole numbers as an entry. And I was like, this is dropping, so it might drop and then slip further and then go up. Unfortunately for me, this idea worked so perfectly. Ang lowest traveled price nito is 1.04833. So that's 8 ticks away or 8 pips away from my entry, and see what it does. It caused a lot of damage sa mga sellers. It is what it is. So, saan na ba tayo? EURJPY. I always mention sa mga members namin to start your career or start your analysis with the market that you want to specialize in. For me, that's Nasdaq and S&P 500 for the US futures. Pero right now that I'm looking further into ForEx, there's a reason behind that dahil sa demo account ko and sa track record ng demo account na yun. I like EURJPY's movement. Okay? So sa ngayon, I'm looking at a buying potential in an hour time frame of 138.859. Last price is 138.605. Stop loss somewhere below that, 138.516 maybe. So the next item is the targets. Target one would be somewhere above, somewhere below this 139.870. And then second target would be right here, 141.051. Now, depende sa mangyayari, depending on what happens with the market when it opens again, this all of this could change in context. But at the end of the day, right now, that's the setup. And then short idea of 142.222. Okay, stop loss above 142.414, maybe 142.473 or 485. And then first target would be, first target would be above this, 141519. So it's about a 2-to-1 trade. And then second target would be above this, 140680. That's what I'm gonna go over para dito sa Forex, and then I'll look at futures or stock, US stocks, Nasdaq Composite. Sa mga interested, these are gonna be indices. So yung kapag bumili kayo ng stock, if you buy QQQ or Nasdaq, you're buying a lot of company stock. Kumbaga, they're investors, they're mutual funds, and they're a basket of stocks. Meron silang stock na invested sila. Kapag kumikita yung mga yon, if they're earning, you're earning. If they're losing, you're gonna lose. Pero ang kinagandahan doon is you don't have to buy a lot of different stocks because you're already buying a lot of different stocks by just buying one. QQQ has its weakness still showing for the start of this year, pero it's consolidating. They're actually trying to buy this up. Ang price points that matter is 11389.75. That it has to break up that. If it does, then tech stocks would go crazy. Most likely Bitcoin would go crazy. Why? Because it's involved with a lot of tech companies. Again, Tesla has Bitcoin. If they dumped all of it, then it's not gonna go anywhere. But what is cryptocurrency generated with? Computers, right? Next is, so this has shorting potential. Right now, I need it to break above 11389.75 to prove its buying strength. If it breaks lower 1063.00, then we'll just keep on shorting. S&P 500, I've discussed this before. It tried to break out of this section. Unfortunately, it couldn't close above. It wicked in and then it dropped out. Right now, it dropped to a buying section. And right now, sellers are being absorbed. Unfortunately, it's not strong enough. Kailangan ko ng breaks and structures. So the first break is above 4217.25. That's the only time that I'm going to be more comfortable into buying more S&P 500. Uh, the second structure is if it breaks 3750.00. If it does that, no more buying, waiting again. And that's fine. It's about the waiting game. And then Dow Jones Industries. Dow Jones Industries has been the strongest out of all the indices right now. Um, I'm really a buyer at 32,273. Okay. Now, sa mga nagsasabi, that's a lot of money kasi US dollar yan, 33,725. This is futures, US futures. If I look at it as the stock, this is Dow Jones at 336.28, and I can buy fractional shares of that. I'm not a millionaire, not yet. But that's the goal. QQQ is 268.80, and then SPY is 388.08. So, nasa $300 yung mga yun. And it's the same analysis. I just love looking at futures because wala siyang masyadong gaps. And it clearly tells me kung nasaan yung direction. Dow Jones is going upwards. Okay? That's the easiest thing to do. Dow Jones is going upwards. The reason behind that is lahat ng selling na nangyari dito sa box na to, it already deleted. So, right now, it's just the pullback. If it breaks lower and lower, then the buying stops. That's all it is. It's just the if and then scenarios. Sa mga interested pa, I'll go into quick stock looks. Interested in Tesla. I'm not interested into buying Tesla until, so my initial buy area here is 150. Unfortunately for me, when it reached 150, it did this. That's a bearish formation. So I would not buy it unless it deleted that area, and it did not. So I went lower to 137, and guess what? It did the same thing. So right now, I'm still waiting for Tesla to show strength in buying. First area break of 124.48, I'd be happy to pick it up. Pero if it goes lower, I'm still gonna be happy for it kasi I'm a retail trader. So I can only purchase limited positions for this until at some point I can really put in a lot of money. Pero right now, I have to be realistic with my buying power. I'm not gonna be able to buy so many shares of this, like 1,000 shares, 500 shares. I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. What I would like to do is start building my portfolio into buying maybe 2 shares at a time, 3 shares at a time, and then stop at 100 and then maybe go further. Pero right now, I'll be waiting. I'm just waiting. Amazon shares, it's below 86.82. This is actually a buying area for me. Pero it's the same with Tesla. It's showing weakness into the market. So I'm waiting for it the same way as I am for Tesla. Needed to break, and it's really close to doing that. 87.23, close above that, and then I'm seeing strength for it. We have some Delta, picked up some more shares dito sa 32.39. I'm really liking Delta at the moment, and then Nvidia right now, nothing showing. I'm interested in adding more, somewhere below 120. If it drops further, I have COUP. Nothing showing here, pero if it drops further, I'm looking to get in at 46.30. So, sa mga Apple lovers, you have an Apple iPhone, buy some shares, and then they're gonna be paying you to have your own iPhone. So they're gonna be paying for your iPhone. That's one way for Apple to pay for your phone. Pero it's the same. So everything is going down. We're just waiting for it to go up, or I'm waiting for it to go up. People are expecting. We have news about recession global this time, pero don't worry about that. You're okay. Just keep on going. Sa mga, if this video helps, please do hit that subscribe button. It's free, and do like the content. It tells me that it's helping people. If you have any questions, feel free to add comments. If you have anything market wise na gusto nyo ipatingin, feel free to add it on the comments, and I'll be happy to add it to the next video. Sa mga traders dyan, green trades.